So we've learned a ton about Cyberpunk 2077 Phantom Liberty in the last few months, more specifically the past few weeks, when the community finally got the chance to get hands-on with the upcoming expansion during the first leg of the Phantom Liberty tour. We've gotten a fair bit of info on the reworked police system, the cyberware capacity system, vehicle combat, and some of the larger features. But the 5 features that we're going to be talking about today have largely flown under the radar, so much so that you likely missed them altogether. That being said, in today's video, we'll be going over these 5 hidden details being added to Cyberpunk 2077, ranging from smaller tweaks to larger additions that will hopefully add life to Cyberpunk in the updates that we'll be rolling out over the next few months. But first, we have a message from a longtime sponsor of the channel, NordVPN. As Cyberpunk fans, you know that netrunners can be a real problem, even though we don't live in a 2077-like Cyberpunk dystopia. Well, at least not yet. I'm the type of dude who tapes my camera when I'm not using it, so you guys know that I love software and services that keep any potential hackers or spies away from my information. Nord is not only the fastest VPN out there, but also shields you from malware, trackers, and ads, helping you regain control over your online activity. The name of the game is data privacy, my friends, because who wants the government spying on you, or your neighbor, or even potential scammers? Shut your digital doors on them with Nord. If you want to see if you're protected, just check out this link on screen to see if you're potentially exposed. Now, NordVPN can also open up a whole new world of content for you. I'm Canadian, and whenever I get a Netflix recommendation that's not available in my region, or I see Twitter content that's been locked to only the US or Asia, I won't lie, I get a bit of FOMO. Unlock geo-blocked content easily with Nord, so you too can get your fix of all types of content on your favorite platforms. Neon Nation, NordVPN has given us an exclusive deal that you don't want to miss. Grab this back to school promotion using the link in the description and pinned comment, and save big while getting extra months. Try it risk-free with a 30-day money-back guarantee using my exclusive link here. You can find it on screen and in the description and pinned comment. Now let's get back into the video. Okay, so first up, we have a feature that I'm really happy about, and one that I know a ton of people have been asking for, and that is that cyberware will stand out more visually. If you've watched Cyberpunk Edgerunners and then played Cyberpunk 2077, you might be disappointed in the fact that David Sandy is ultra visible on his spine in the show, whereas in the game, you aren't even able to tell if your character has the exact same piece of tech equipped. CD Projekt Red has mentioned in hands-on sessions that they've made changes to cyberware to make it stand out more visually. Just taking a look at NPCs in Dogtown highlights some of these changes, with many NPCs having more diverse and visually apparent cyberware options, like these reinforced joints or this eye scanner. These are obviously changes to how cyberware presents on NPCs, but the way that the devs mention this means that it will extend to existing cyberware options for your own character. This may include the Sandviston, but also things like subdermal armor and the vast array of cyberware options that will be coming in Phantom Liberty. This is something I know a ton of people have really been wanting, and although I wouldn't expect to be able to make your character look like Adam Smasher, losing the humanoid look is something to look forward to when customizing your character in the future. CDPR looks like they've taken inspiration from the PC modding community, because some of the characters that you can create with mods like the Arasaka Cyber Arms look absolutely amazing. So hopefully we can create a look in line with some of these fan creations. Moving on, we all know that vehicle combat is being added, but a lesser talked about feature is that there will be specific quick hacks that are meant and designed for vehicle combat. These hacks will change the way you engage in vehicle combat and will function differently than your regular run-of-the-mill hacks. I know drive-by quick hacking was a bit cumbersome in the base game, but it does look like you will be able to be a bit more creative behind the wheel in the future updates of the game. As nice as simply sticking the barrel of your weapon out of your window or windshield is, throwing some hacking abilities into the mix can make vehicle combat more dynamic and can also help netrunner builds get more value out of speccing into netrunning specific trees that allow the drive-by hacking playstyle. For now, this appears to only unlock once you've specced into a certain perk in the netrunner tree, which will help emphasize more diverse playstyles since it is an option and not outright available by simply purchasing the relevant hacks at a vendor and slotting them into your cyber deck. This screams Cyberpunk to me, and I'm really looking forward to seeing how high-skilled players utilize this. Just some wishful thinking here, but if CDPR has again borrowed from Edgerunners, being able to activate your Sandviston while driving, shooting, and chaining quick hacks would be pretty insane. If this isn't something that's being discussed in an official capacity, modders, you already know what to do. New music is something that also hasn't gotten an increased focus other than Growl FM. Growl FM is a new radio station and will feature 14 new tracks for players to listen to, and these are all tracks that have been created by the community in a contest hosted by CDPR. These have been hand-selected from 7,800 community-created pieces of music, but the new music doesn't actually stop there. There are 2 new radio stations beyond Growl FM, one being a more eccentric radio station that's on the bizarre side, that showcases just how crazy the tastes are of the people living in Dogtown, as well as one where Idris Elba has picked some of the tracks. This radio station will be a playlist of sorts, based on his music preferences, and will also be hosted by a DJ similar to the Growl FM station. Not sure if this one has Solomon Reed picking the music, which is Elba's character in the game, or it's actually Elba himself, but regardless of the scenario, I'm intrigued to say the least. We know that no new Samurai songs will be added to Phantom Liberty, but expanding the library of music in general, with hopefully many being copyright free, will help diversify the radio choice when you're just cruising around NC at night. I did a quick Google search on this, and some of Elba's favorite artists are David Bowie, Bob Marley, Mumford & Sons, and Royce da 5'9", so safe to say the man has some good taste in music. Keep in mind that CDPR likes to create their music in-house, so don't expect any of these big names, or for them to take the GTA licensing approach. Next we have the quality of animations across the board, which encompasses combat, climbing, mantling, and facial animations. Cyberpunk 2077's base game set a new standard for facial animations using Jolly, an automated speech and facial animation software that empowers digital storytellers to easily craft naturally and richly expressive characters. With text-to-speech inputs, this technology could automatically and quickly generate high-quality 3D facial animations from text and audio. Just look at this scene where you first meet Judy and you catch her editing in XPD, or this scene with Jackie, where in some scenarios he'll give you a brief wink before you off Royce. It's the subtle but realistic details that help set Cyberpunk 2077 apart, and it looks like this attention to realistic animations will be extended to more areas of the game. Combine this with the new RT Overdrive mode for the most accurate representation of lighting, and characters are going to be even more believable. This is one that might have flown under the radar with some of the more flashy tweaks CDPR is making, but not one that I wanted you guys to miss out on. Animations in combat are receiving an overhaul, something that's been reported upon often, but there are also different icons for enemies as well as visual indicators when you've pumped your enemies full of lead, or have brutally ended them with some text on screen, helping sell the power fantasy of your character. If you've seen my last video, you'd know that the Fool on the Hill questline is either not ending or is being extended through the use of the tarot cards. There are new tarot cards in Dogtown, in addition to the 22 existing tarot cards in Misty's side quest. As you guys are already aware, you can get readings from Misty as you make your way through the story of Night City, which foreshadow your story paths. Depending on what final choice you're left with as you meet Hanako in the ending, Misty does give you a final reading before you're off to your respective final path, and since Phantom Liberty will unlock a new ending, expect a new reading from Misty likely utilizing some of these new cards. 4 new tarot cards have been spotted so far, and each ending is named after one of the specific cards. So do keep your eyes peeled for these and take a bit of a deeper look into them as you scan them in Dogtown. These might give you some ideas on how to unlock the new main game ending from your specific Phantom Liberty ending, and just exactly what that ending could look like. So out of these lesser talked about details, features, and additions, which one is your favorite? Let me know in the comments below, subscribe if you enjoyed the content, and I will see you guys in the next video.